Hi guys, this is FD for Sage5.tv once more back with another video, and today it's time for our 2k to 100k challenge portfolio update. This is where we are tracking the progress of our 2k to 100k challenge, a portfolio we've built in readiness for the next bull run. Guys, what I'm sharing with you here today is not financial advice. If you require financial advice, you know what to do. Please approach someone who's trained to give you financial advice. What I'm sharing you here today is just my own opinions. The information is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes. We created our 2k to 100k challenge with the objective of investing into approximately 20 to 25 projects. We ended up with 20. We still have a little bit left to invest. I think we are looking at just under $300 to invest. So we are going to be adding positions to some of the crypto projects we have already invested in to exhaust our budget. That is still the case. We have not completed that yet. So the 20 projects that we have selected, we were aiming to invest at least $100 into each of those projects. Some we invested a little bit more. Others, it was just that tiddly bit under $100. You are talking of investing $99 or so into some of these projects. But some, we went as high as $130 something based on what we're facing at the time. So with the cryptocurrency market tanking as it is, prices seeing a lot of pressure following the Ethereum merge, our portfolio is not different, as you'll find out. But within that, there are also some stars that you can see coming through. These are projects that are holding quite well, and some of them are actually increasing or recovering their previous position, which is great. The way we are going to perform this review or this progress review is we look at the prices from the previous week, the portfolio value from the previous week, and the percentage gains, as well as current prices, portfolio value, and weekly and overall gains. Okay, that's how we are doing the review. So we are going to start with Moonbeam and its Glimmer token. Our overall cost for Glimmer was $106. Last week's price, 51.6 cents, and portfolio value last week was $51.59. Week on week, we were down 11.7%. Overall, last week we were down 51.3%. This week, it's gone down further. This week's price per Glimmer token is 48.5 cents. Week on week, we are down 6%. Overall, we are down 54.3%. And Moonbeam is one of the worst performers within our 2k to 100k portfolio challenge. Next up is Pangolin and its PNG token. Last week's price was 4.5 cents. Portfolio value last week was $94.18. And week on week, we were down 15.5%. That was last week. Portfolio value last week was $94.18. Week on week movement, we were down 15.5%. And overall, the portfolio last week was down 14.5%. This week, the PNG token price is 6.8 cents. Portfolio value is $143.71. Week on week, we are up a whopping 52.6%. So that is great. Okay. Overall, we are up 30.5%, and it's one of the best performing positions within our 2k to 100k portfolio challenge. Next up is Falan Network with its FAR token. Last week, the FAR token was 10.3 cents. Overall, the portfolio was sitting at $102.94, and last week's week on week was 4.3% down, and overall, we are down 5.7%. This week, the FAR token price is 9.4 cents. Portfolio value this week is sitting at $94.72. Week on week, we are down 8% on Fala Network. Overall, we are down 13.2%. Next up is Blockchain Monster Hunt. Last week's price was 1.4 cents. Overall portfolio value last week was $77.58. Week on week, we were down 10%. Overall, we were down 25.5% on Blockchain Monster Hunt. This week, Blockchain Monster Hunt is sitting at 1.3 cents. Portfolio value this week is $76. Week on week, we are down 2%. Overall, we are down a whopping 27%, and it's also one of the worst performers within our 2k to 100k portfolio challenge. Next up is Polkadex. Last week's price was $1.59. Portfolio value last week was $102.55. Week on week, we're down 4.5%. Overall, last week we were down 3.6%. This week's price for the PDEX token, $1.36. Overall portfolio value this week is $87.41. Week on week, we are down 14.8%. Overall, we are down 17.8%. Next up is Iagon and its IAG token. Last week, the price of the IAG token was 0.7 cents. Portfolio value was $70.42. Overall, we're down 41.3%. This week, the price of the Iagon token is sitting at half a cent. Portfolio value this week is $49.55. Week on week, we are down 29.6%. Overall, we are down 58.7%. It's sitting among the worst performers. But I've got a question mark on this one because both CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, they only put prices up for the Ethereum version of the Iagon token, but I believe this has now moved exclusively to Cardano. Again, guys, if this is inaccurate, let me know down below. So I think the price for the Cardano version of the IAG token, I think it's doing a lot better. It's most likely going to be up than down, but we'll leave that for now. Let's go with the two platforms that we use. Next up is the Graph Network and its GRT token. Last week's price was 10.9 cents. Portfolio value last week was $111.29. Week on week last week, we were down 2.8%. Overall, we're up 11.5%. This week's price of the GRT token is 10.8 cents. Overall, the portfolio is sitting at $109.97. Week on week, we are down 1.2%. Overall, we are still up 10.1%. Okay. Next up is Gala Network and its ACA token. Last week's price was 19.7 cents. Portfolio value last week was $100.76, and last week's week on week we were 6.3% down, and overall we were down 16.5%. This week the ACA token is doing a lot better. The price for the ACA token is sitting at 23.8 cents. The overall portfolio value is sitting at $121.29. Week on week we are up 20.4%, and overall we're starting to see some green now. It's 0.5%, but again, guys, this might have gone down by the time you watch the video. There is going to be a time lag always. Okay, so take all these figures with a pinch of salt because things can change quickly in crypto. Next one is Efinity and its EFI token. Last week's price was 13.1 cents. Portfolio value last week was sitting at $125.11. Week on week we were down 2.5%. Overall we were down 5%. This week's price for the EFI token is 12.3 cents. Portfolio value is sitting at $117.28. Week on week we are down 6.3%. Overall we are down 11%. Next up is Oasis Network and its Rose token. Last week's price was 6.4 cents. Overall portfolio value was $132.06. Last week we were down week on week 5.8%, but overall last week we were up 9.9%. This week's price for the Rose token is 6 cents. Overall portfolio value this week is $123.97. Week on week we are down 6.1%. Overall we are still up 3.1%. Next up is Holoride and its RUNE token. Last week's price was 15.8 cents. Portfolio value was sitting at $92.98, and last week we were down week on week 15.7%. Overall we were down 8.5%. This week's price is 14.3 cents per RUNE token. Portfolio value overall is $84.06. Week on week we are down 9.6%. Overall we are down 17.3%. The Minswap DEX, a Cardano DEX and its Mint token. Last week's price was 2 cents. Portfolio value last week was $74.46. Week on week last week we were down 6%. Overall we were down 25.4%. This week's price is lower, sitting at 1.9 cents. Overall portfolio value is sitting at $68.38. Week on week we are down 8.2%. Overall we are down 31.5%, which puts Minswap among the worst performers of our 2K to 100K challenge. Next up is another Cardano DEX, Sundae Swap and its Sundae token. Last week's price was 2.8 cents. The portfolio value was sitting at $95.67. Week on week we're up 14.1%. Overall, however, we were down 14.4%. This week's price is sitting at 2.7 cents. Overall portfolio value is sitting at $92.22. Week on week we are down 3.6%. Overall we are down 17.4%. Next up is Trader Joe and its Joe token. This one is an Avalanche decentralized exchange or DEX. Last week's price was sitting at 23.9 cents. Overall portfolio value last week was sitting at $78.19. Week on week we're sitting on 11.5%. Overall we're down a whopping 36.8%. This week's price for the Joe token is sitting at 20.7 cents. Overall portfolio value is sitting at $67.72. Week on week we are down 13.4%, and overall we are down a whopping 45.3%, which puts Trader Joe and its Joe token among the worst performers of our 2K to 100K challenge. Next up is ImmutableX and its IMX token. Last week's price was 86.3 cents. Portfolio value last week was sitting at $86.40. $8.42. Week on week, we are up 0.6%. Overall, though, we were down 21.5%. This week's price for the IMX token is sitting at 80.6 cents. Portfolio value is sitting at $80.72. Week on week, we are down 6.6%. Overall, we are down 26.7%, which puts ImmutableX and its IMX token among the worst performers of our 2K to 100K challenge. Next up is Star Atlas and its Atlas token. Last week's price was 0.6 of a cent. Portfolio value was sitting at $83.56. Week on week, we were down 10.2%. Overall, we were down 29%. This week, the Atlas token is sitting at 0.5 of a cent. Portfolio is sitting at $73.09. Week on week, we are down 12.5%. Overall, we are down 37.9%. Again, putting Star Atlas among our worst performers. Next up is NearProtocol and its Near token. Last week's price was $4.72 for the Near token. Portfolio value was sitting at $94.59. Week on week, we are up 9.5%. Overall, we were down 9.6%. This week's price is $4.22 for each Near token. Portfolio is sitting at $84.62. Week on week, we are down 10.5%. Overall, we are down 19.1%. Next up is World Mobile and its WMT token. Last week's price was 21.6 cents. Portfolio value was sitting at $95 and we were up 3.3%, but we were down overall 5.0%. This week's price for the WMT token is sitting at 21.3 cents. Portfolio value is sitting at $93.61. Week on week, we are down 1.5%, and overall, we are down 6.4%. Next up is Kilt Protocol and its Kilt token. Last week's price was 65.3 cents. Portfolio value was sitting at $91.04. Week on week, we were down 9.3%, and overall, we were also down 9.3% because we had opened that position the previous week. This week's price is sitting at 65.6 cents. Portfolio value is sitting at $91.46. Week on week, we are up 0.5%. Overall, though, we are down 8.9%. And then finally, we come to Thorchain, the 20th project in our 2K to 100K challenge. Thorchain and its RUNE token. Last week's price was sitting at $1.94. Portfolio value was sitting at $102.89. Week on week, we were down 2%. Overall, we were down 2%. This week's price is sitting at $1.72 for each RUNE token. Portfolio value is sitting at $91.01. Week on week, we are down 11.5%. Overall, we are down 13.3%. So you can see our portfolio has come down quite a bit, but overall, we are down 18.3%. Now, considering the bloodbath that is happening out there, consider that we opened these positions in the midst of a bear market and we are down 18.3%. What do you think has happened to all the other portfolios that have been carried through from the previous bull run to today? Comment down below, guys, and let me know. So, having invested a total of $2,202.71, which equates to 88% of our budget, this week our portfolio is down 18.3%. Our portfolio is valued at $1,799.28. Week on week is down 3.4%, because if you consider we were down 15.4% last week, so with all the bloodbath that is happening out there, we've only suffered a 3.4% drawdown. As strong as it can get, considering some of the projects we've invested in. Again, guys, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Which projects from this 2K to 100K portfolio do you think will actually do well, and which ones do you think are showing signs of strength? I've got my own opinions. I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below, guys, and let me know. Until next time, this is FD for Sage5.tv signing out. Bye for now.